My manipulative girlfriend visited a male friend in another state, and a month later, I found out she secretly bought a pregnancy test. When I confronted her, she came up with the most ridiculous lie. About 3 months ago, I noticed my girlfriend spending a lot of time on the phone with her friend Jessie. She says that Jessie is a good friend and that's it. However, she often spends any time she can on the phone with him, even when her and I are out. Their conversations don't lead me to think anything, but about 1.5 months ago, my girlfriend says she's going to visit Jessie, who lives 2 states over. I can't go cause I have to work. Of course I tell her that I'm not comfortable with her visiting a male friend out of state, but she says that Jessie is just a friend. She will be staying at his place, but Jessie is also a single father of 2 young boys, so my girlfriend assures me nothing will happen. Despite me voicing my opinion, my GF takes the trip and shares her location to put my mind at ease. She returns a week later and we move on with life. However, about 2 weeks ago, my girlfriend asked me to go to our local Target to pick up an online order she had placed. She tells me she ordered shampoo and a few hygiene items. I agree and go to pick up her order. When I get to the customer service counter and give them her name, they bring out a bag with a pregnancy test in it. Shocked and confused, I tell them that this is what she ordered. I check the name and phone number attached to the bag and find it matches my girlfriend's number, so it couldn't have been another girl with the same name. They bring out the bag with the items she told me to get and I leave without asking more questions about the pregnancy test. Shocked and confused by this, cause there was no real way that I could have potentially impregnated her. We use protection. I later ask her why there was a pregnancy test at Target in her name. At first she says she has no idea and she did not order a pregnancy test. I asked her to show me her Target app to prove it, and she says that it was probably her sister, since her sister uses her Target account to order things sometimes. She also claims that women sometimes use pregnancy tests to regulate their PMS or for other things other than to determine if they're pregnant. I don't know poop about how this works, but she assures me that she's not pregnant and that test wasn't a sign of her cheating when she was on a trip. The other night we go out to dinner and she makes it a point to prove that she isn't pregnant by ordering a few cocktails. Am I wrong for accusing my girlfriend for cheating on me while she was away? I'm so paranoid, but also don't have real proof that she did. Update 1 day later. So as an update, I realize that although my GF and I have protected intimacy, the chances of me getting her pregnant is possible. However, I strongly believe that despite our intimacy, I couldn't have possibly impregnated my GF. Not to be disgusting and personal, but I never finish inside of her because I want to reduce our chances of having kids until we're both ready. That's why when I saw the pregnancy test, I immediately thought she cheated on me. I went to her apartment while she was at work. She gave me a key, and I found her iPad. I tried using her birthday as the password, and to my amazement, it worked. I immediately go through her messages and find evidence that she in fact had intimacy with her friend Jessie. I'm honestly so devastated by this, and I've been such a nervous wreck since last night. Update 3 days later. So last night, I told my GF that I needed to talk to her. At first she kept saying she was busy, but I insisted on seeing her in person, so she finally said to go to her place around 8 p.m. I go over and I reiterated how ever since she got back from her trip, things have felt weird. She claims I'm the one who's making things weird by believing that she cheated on me. She continues to claim that the pregnancy test was not hers, and that her friend Jessie was just a friend and they just hung out. I then proceed to tell her how I know she cheated because I saw the thread in her messages. You came here without me knowing and went through my personal messages? That's so messed up and creepy, to be honest, she says. We got into a slight argument as I told her that my suspicions were correct and she was trying to deflect the conversation. I asked her to give me her phone, and I'll show her all the messages I saw, which were very clear and explicit. Of course, she refuses and says, "We are not married, we don't live together, you don't own or control me." While I agreed with her on that part, I decided to end things quickly and simply put her copy of her keys on her coffee table and tell her you cheated. Plain and simple. Goodbye and good luck. I walk out and she does not attempt to stop me. Later, she tries to text me and says that she's sorry for what she did. At first, she claimed that Jessie was an old boyfriend that she never told me about and that they dated years ago before she met me, and that he moved away several years ago. She claims that the messages I saw were old conversations they had, but I quickly told her that was obviously not true. She swears that she didn't mean to cheat and that Jessie must have gotten her drunk, and it led to intimacy. She assures me that she is not pregnant with anyone's baby. I told her, that's good cause I don't want anything else tying me to you. I wished her good luck again, and I haven't heard from her since. Personally, I'm relieved, but I'm so upset and devastated by all this. I spoke with my friend Eric, who told me that he had an ex who cheated on him too, but she later tried to contact him years later when the dude she cheated on him with turned out to be a bum. Hoping I can move forward from this.